It is I, John O'Regan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from the deadbeat state of Ohio. That's right, I said deadbeat state of Ohio, and I will prove it to you. I just came back from the Kroger's, a grocery store in Blair, Ohio. That's right, Blair, Ohio, or as I like to call it, the all-entitlement town. Yes, and I can tell you this right now without a doubt, the inmates are indeed running the asylum. Oh, yes, it is life in the food stamp nation. Trust me on this one. But I have more than a few things to say about the nomination for my hero, the bride of Chucky Hagel, as Defense Secretary, and a few words about the hypocrisy from these lunatics on the left. Yes, hypocrisy at its very best or worst, depending upon how you see it. Well, by God, I know how I see it, and I'd like to say this about the nomination of our friend, the bride of Chucky Hagel, to this post. By the man who is not a Muslim, the big Indonesian chief himself. That's right, Big Daddy Obama has appointed this guy. Now, what's incredible about this guy is that nobody likes him. Absolutely nobody likes this guy. I was listening to some of his comments. Well, here, let me just read you what Chucky Hagel, the bride of Chucky Hagel, had to say about gay people. Now, this is what Chucky said to the Obama World Herald in 1998, opposing the nomination of philanthropist James Hormel to an ambassadorship. Now, this is what Chucky Hagel, the bride of Chucky Hagel, had to say about this. Listen, quote, ambassador posts are sensitive. Yes, that's right. They are representing America. They are representing our lifestyles, our value, and our standards. And I think it is an inhibiting factor to be gay, openly gay, like Mr. Hormel, to do an effective job, close quotation. Yes, that's right. That's what the bride of Chucky Hagel had to say about gay people. So, needless to say, the wackos at MSNBC are just beside themselves with this guy. Now think about this for a second, will you? So you're going to have a guy that gay bashes people, and he's going to be the Secretary of Defense. Obama's Secretary of Defense. Remember Obama? Repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Now we got gays running around in the military. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? But this guy that's going to run the Defense Department bashes gays. It's incredible. And this guy gets away with it. Of course, the left-wing lunatics at MSNBC are beside themselves with this whole thing. But Obama don't give a damn about that. This is his guy. But once I go on with this, you'll figure out why this is Obama's guy. Because this guy just doesn't like gay people. He seems to hate Jews. That's right. He's got a little hate for everybody. Now, this is what the bride of Chucky had to say about the Jewish lobby in this country. He said that, quote unquote, they intimidate lawmakers, and that he was a quote unquote an American senator, not a Jewish senator. That's beautiful. So this guy is obviously one of these incredibly anti-Semitic left-wing lunatics. Now, Chucky Hagel is a Republican, but if there's anybody that's a rhino, it's Republican in name only, he's it. The Republicans can't stand him. Why can't the Republicans can't stand him? Well, because they just absolutely cannot stand his stand on Israel. This guy actually said that President George W. Bush should negotiate with Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the benevolent dictator of Iran, about their nuclear program without any preconditions. Now, where have we heard this before? Well, that would be from the big Indonesian chief, the man who's not a Muslim himself. That's identical to what he said that he would do with Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the benevolent dictator. He would negotiate that with them without any conditions. And apparently, the bride of Chucky Hagel seems to think that's the same thing. So we sense a pattern here. This guy is Obama as far as it comes to foreign policy. That's exactly right. And of course, the Republicans can't stand him because it is rather obvious to anyone on the face of the planet that he, like our president, is an anti-Semite. It doesn't get any better than this. So this guy is going to run the Defense Department and he bashes gays after his worthless commander-in-chief repeals Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and now he's an anti-Semite dealing with a bunch of Muslim fanatics, and he's got the exact same opinion on Iran and Israel that the big Indonesian chief does. Absolutely incredible, and the Republicans can't stand him, so nobody likes him. The left-wing wackos can't stand him, and the Republicans can't stand him. It's absolutely incredible. But, with that being said, let's go over this little thing about anti-Semitism. Now, we all know that this whole thing started with Jimmy, my name is Earl Carter, the real anti-Semite. Now, remember, these liberal Democrats are the ones that run around and say that we, conservative Republicans, are racist and homophobes. But yet, we have Obama's former national security advisor, retired General James Jones, in a forum one time at a conference in Washington, D.C., told an anti-Semitic joke. That's right, an anti-Semitic joke, and nobody said a damn word about it. And was Obama's foreign policy advisor. He cracks an anti-Semitic joke, and nobody says a damn word about it. But of course, these are the same people that tell us we are racists and homophobes. It's absolutely incredible. And I tell you this right now, and I will prove exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's go back, and just a few days ago, our hero, Al Gore, the environmentalist nutcase, sold his worthless cable news network, Current, to alGorezzera. So we got to come up with a new word for it. I came up with this, alGorezzera. That's pretty good, alGorezzera. Yes, the most trusted name in cable news. Can you only imagine this? The former Democratic Vice President of the United States has his own business venture on cable television, and he sells it to a bunch of damn anti-American Muslims. It's absolutely incredible, these people and their hypocrisy. Well, I can only see how this is going to go. I'll turn on my cable news network, and I'll get Al Jazeera and turn it on, or alGorezzera, Al Jazeera, and I turn it on, and what they say, death to America, death to the infidels, death to Israel. But first, a word from our sponsor. Yes, General Electric. Imagination at work, but it does not apply in Massachusetts, Illinois, Florida, or Washington State, California, or any of the blue states. You don't have to work to get a living. It's imagination, not at work, as this case may be. But of course, the hypocrisy of this is incredible. Now, we are all told that we are a bunch of Islamophobiacs, but yet the Democratic Vice President of the United States says it too. A damn bunch of radical anti-American Muslims. It's incredible. And of course, we dare open our mouths and say anything about it. We're all a bunch of Islamophobiacs. But yet, Chucky Hagel can come out here and say anything he wants to about Israel. And we all know how the big Indonesian chief feels about him. They're all a bunch of anti-Semites. Every damn last one of them. And we are the racists. Oh my God. Really, honest to God, I don't think it gets any better than this. It really doesn't. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, saying this to you right now. If I had $1 for every example of their hypocrisy, I would either be a Republican or, even worse, a Jew. Until next time, I say this, no!